Hello, hello to all you people out there. I'm sitting at the bottom of possibly the coolest rock that I've projected here in Stony Brook so far. I'm just going to see if I can show you guys that. You saw the top part of it earlier. Today I got an easier route off that side and I slammed out 100 on that side where all the chalk is. Oh my goodness. I just sent it and I am super proud, super pumped, both senses of the words.
When I got to the rock that day, it had been raining for the last couple of days and it was ridiculously damp, so the first thing I had to do was sort of try and dry off and get the handholds there usable. I started with just the starting hold, figuring, oh, everything else will be fine, it's out in the sun, whereas that one was super greasy, super moist. You can see the moss growing all above it. But it turns out everything was a little bit harder than I thought it should be, and in my first look at the rock, I promptly slip off and do the smart thing, which is then go and maybe warm up a little. So here we are on the right hand side of the rock. I'm officially starting off on that little section there and climbing onto the slab that I'd been able to repeat before. It was a fun reminder of what the boulder actually looks like, and a good warm-up given that I had just hiked in there, done nothing else, and like, you know what, yeah, it's a good idea. I'm going to just bust out this project without doing any sort of work or prep for it. So it felt good to get some results after a little bit of a disappointing start. One of my favorite moves in slab climbing is this like down palm counter pressure thing to get my feet up. And the ability to do it there felt quite nice. It's a sick technique. Usually I use it against walls in gyms, which maybe it's cheating, who knows, but it worked there. Anywho, now comes the hardest part of the experience, and that was actually working on the project. And as the footage rolls on the screen, I just want to talk a little bit about my mentality going in, which was very simple. Figure out what works, and if something doesn't work, take some time to really think about why not. I mean, I know this sounds obvious, you're at home thinking, duh, but turns out I think many other people get in this habit of seeing that something should work and recognizing that my game plan is correct. And then when they can't immediately get that figured out, when they can't immediately get that figured out, they either give up on it or they just try the same thing over and over without really getting anywhere. So here, I managed to touch the hold I needed to reach, not the good side of it, and so I got through the process. Is it reachable? I think so. What was the holdup? The holdup was a mix of gross conditions and lack of ability to roll over onto my right foot using that hold to the max capacity. So what I decided to do was, besides falling on the easy section, go up and just chalk up a section of all up there that I had felt I could definitely apply pressure on it, and use that to sort of palm smear my weight over my right foot a little bit easier. And that's what I decided to do. Looking back now, the amount of chalk that I see floating out of my bag or off my hands is a little bit gross. Definitely I should invest in maybe a chalk sock or something like that to minimize that. But here we go. This time I don't slip off a slab for no reason. You know, impatience, probably. And I'm able to just actually get a look at the hold I'm grabbing for, which is an excellent hold from the top right, and kind of gross, slimy sloper from any other position. So I'm able to examine that in more detail, and again, just getting rid of some of the moisture, the rock sweat up there by where all the greenery is, because I hadn't taken that into consideration. And now, enjoy a sort of blooper reel of me just trying over and over and over without much success. So here I decide again that what I'm currently doing is not working. If it were, I would be succeeding. So I decide to change things up. I cheat the start a little bit, but realize that if I can get my hands higher up on that arete, that it makes the go easier. And with that, I'm pretty sure I'm ready to send.
This time, I think I got it.